Preface of Fanny herself. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Fanny Herself by Edna Ferber. Preface. It has become the fashion among novelists to introduce their hero in knee pants, their heroine in pinafore and pigtails. Time was when we were rushed up to a stalwart young man of 24, who was presented as the pivot about whom the plot would revolve. Now we are led, protesting, up to a grubby urchin of 5 and are invited to watch him through 20 years of intimate minutiae. In extreme cases, we have been obliged to witness his evolution from swaddling clothes to dresses, from dresses to shorts. He is so often English, from shorts to Eatons. The thrill we get for our pains is when, at 25, he jumps over the traces and marries the young lady we met in her cradle on page 2. The process is known as a psychological study. A publisher's note on page 573 assures us that the author is now at work on volume 2, dealing with the hero's adult life. A third volume will present his pleasing senility. The whole is known as a trilogy. If the chief character is of the other sex, we are dragged through her dreamy girlhood or hoydenish. We see her in her graduation white, in her bridal finery. By the time she is 20, we know her better than her mother ever will, and are infinitely more bored by her. Yet who would exchange one page in the life of the boy, David Copperfield, for whole chapters dealing with Trotwood Copperfield, the man? Who would relinquish the button-bursting Peggotty for the saintly Agnes? And that other David, he of the slingshot, one could not love him so well in his psalm-singing days, had one not known him first as the gallant, dauntless vanquisher of giants. As for Becky Sharp, with her treachery, her cruelty, her vindictiveness, perhaps we could better have understood and forgiven her had we known her lonely and neglected childhood, with the drunken artist's father and her mother, the French opera girl. With which modest preamble, you are asked to be patient with Miss Fanny Brandeis, age 13. Not only must you suffer Fanny, but Fanny's mother as well, without whom there could be no understanding Fanny. For that matter, we shouldn't wonder if Mrs. Brandeis were to turn out the heroine in the end. She is that kind of person. End of the preface of Fanny Herself.